Has it really been 2 years already? Wow. Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano, and today we're going to talk about my first 2 years on YouTube. Just this past week, I hit my 2-year anniversary of my very first video, and it's just cool. It's a really cool thing, because here I am, like, just under 4,000 subscribers. In the next few days I'll hit 4,000 subscribers, which is amazing that there are 4,000 of you now. That's just insane. That's crazy. So less than a year ago, I believe it was June, I made a video. It was the last video I did celebrating a subscriber count, and it was for 600 subscribers. No, I might have done one for 1,000 subscribers. I don't even remember. This is what happens when you do this for years. You forget what videos you've made. But the funny part is, when I made the 600 subscribers one back in June, I was like so stoked. Like 600, like there's a thing where they say that if you have like 500, then you can like fill up a whole plane. And I made a joke about we should have a cruise when I hit like the thousands. And here I am. Like, I haven't planned the cruise yet. Sorry, Amanda and Matthew, you know who you are. But I haven't planned the cruise yet. I'm brainstorming though. Believe me, I'm brainstorming. But it's been a really cool 2 years. Like, I never would have thought I'd gotten to accomplish some of the things that I've gotten to do because I make videos here on YouTube and because I have you guys hanging out with me and watching. One of the highlights was going to Disney World. Was part of the Maker, I see if I can say it, I can never say it right, Maker All-Star Creator Conference, is that right? Disney side Maker All-Star Creator Conference. Going to Disney World because I make videos. I made a video about what a Disney nerd I am, and they sent me to Disney World to create a video for Disney. Disney paid for me to make a video. That's insane. Like, as a kid, that's like, when I was like growing up, like, I want to do something with Disney, and I actually got to like do something that they paid for. They had me do stuff for them. It was nuts. It was the craziest weekend ever. I made a lot of really good friends that I've kept in touch with and have led to other things down the road that have brought me to where I am right now, and it is so crazy. So that was last January. That was within my first year doing YouTube. Shortly after that, I started going to Disneyland. I got my Disneyland annual pass because I knew I was going to go hard on Disney videos last year. So I did. I started with a Dapper Day video. In fact, that same day was the very first day I met a good friend of mine, Adam the Woo. I happened to walk onto his daily Woo video, and there's actually a link right there in the card that you can click on that, you can see. You can go watch that video where I just happened to walk on towards the end. He was trying to have a moment of silence, and I just happened to walk right in. I was like, oh, hey, I'm Dano. Dressed like a Star Wars Rebel pilot, dapper bound thing. It was really weird. But that was really cool because that got me in touch with Mr. Adam the Woo, who's now a good friend of mine. And it's a cool thing what the whole YouTube making videos does, because it brings people into your life, not just other creators, but you guys. There are many of you, Dancing Bear, Connerton Adventures, Serenity North Farm, I forget you guys changed your name. There's so many people that and believe me, there are way more, and I don't want to keep going because I'll be here all day of like, oh, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you, and you comment all the time. And so those are just the first two that came into my head. So I love all of you, every single one of you, but those are just the first two that popped into my head. There's too many awesome people for me to sit here and name. Either way, it's amazing. It's just so cool that like these people come into your life and you become friends with them. You really do. Some of you I've met in person. Some of you we've hung out. Some of you have sent me things. We've done like a pen pal kind of thing, and that's really cool. And it's amazing. I'm just so excited to see where it's going to go from there, because this is just the first 2 years. Shortly after meeting Adam the Woo, I got into other couple videos. We went to Star Wars Celebration. I had a video go viral. That pair of shoes I made with the lava design. There's also a link up in the little corner there. But that pair of shoes that's the most views any one of my videos has ever had. And it was that video that took me into the thousands. Prior to that, I was at like 600, and it took me a year and a half to get to that, or a year and a couple months to get to that 600 mark. And within a couple weeks, I was at 1,000. Within 2 months, I was at like 2,000. And since then, it's just been growing regularly. I've also stumbled onto toy videos more. Now, I'd liked always doing toy stuff. I'm a big toy nerd. I've always had toys up in the corner of my videos. But I kind of realized when I started doing Star Wars toys that not only do I love doing them, but there's a whole community of you guys who love the Star Wars lightsabers. Like, for real, I have a ton of lightsabers. Like, these are just in my office, ready to go. They're all build your own customizable lightsabers, and I've got plans to do a lot of cool stuff with them where you guys can pick out how I'm going to make the lightsaber. There's so many neat things that I can do. There's all kinds of artwork coming up, not just shoes. And let me know what you think about this, because this is for you guys, but it's also for me. I've thought of a cool series of videos, and again, let me know what you think. So there are a lot of Disney movies, right? Starting with Snow White, all the way up to Zootopia, which just came out. There are a ton of Disney movies. So what if I created a series of videos where I make a new craft for each movie? It'd be like maybe once a month, I'll do like a screen print or something for Snow White. I'll do a sculpture for Oliver and Company. I'll learn how to do a different artsy type thing. And sometimes they'll repeat because there are way more movies than there are crafts for me to learn, but just something different every time. And what I was thinking of doing, and let me know what you guys think, I was thinking of possibly doing a Patreon. And the reason I would do the Patreon, I don't like the Patreon thing where you guys just throw money. I don't like that. What I like to do is like a subscription service where, and if you follow me on Twitter, I mentioned something about this, but it's at Dano Flores. It's a link for Twitter. But if, let's say you subscribe and you pay $10 a month, you're guaranteed to get an art print on a painting that I made that month, or the prior month, I guess. Or if you do $5 a month, you're automatically entered in the raffle that will win the project for that month's movie craft that I did. So if I made like a screen print with Snow White or something on it, you guys would win a shirt with that on there, whoever wins. So, there's ways, like, there's different tiers you could do. If someone wants to do a whole ton of money and pay for like individual artwork like every month, cool. I can make a pair of shoes a certain tier. If you want to do shoes, I could do canvas artwork a certain tier. But what I would want to do is have it like a subscription service where the more you want to pay, the more cool stuff you get back in return. Or, and if you did want to just donate, it would just be like a little tiny amount, because no, I'd rather you have something cool. And what the best part is, it keeps me going. It keeps me creating new stuff, which is what I really need, which is why I love you here, because you guys provide the best comments and give me really cool ideas for things. So thank you for doing that all the time. I definitely read every single one of them. Whether I reply or not, believe me, I read them all. It's so cool. I just love that this is like a thing. Here we are 2 years later. I've got some good news. I completely forgot. I've got some really good news. Next Friday, March 31st, is kind of going to be a big day for me. This is, again, I went to Disney World to create a video last year with Maker Studios because I partnered with Maker. That's another milestone that happened in August of, I don't know what year, 2 years, like within my first year, my first few months. Someone at Maker Studios reached out to me with Maker Gen, a group that is a multi-channel network that they handle a bunch of channels, and they provide you with certain resources in exchange for your AdSense revenue. And it's a different amount every time, so don't even ask me. I'm not allowed to say how much or whatever, but do research on the internet. You can figure it out. And it is different per person, but still, you can get a good idea. So, this group, I knew that they were bought by Disney a few months beforehand. Actually, right when I started. The same month I started was the same month Maker Studios got bought by Disney. So, I did a little research on this company. They said, hey, we think you'd be a good fit for our network. I did a little research, found out Disney bought them. So to me, I'm like, ding, of course, if Disney wants this company, I like Disney, I want to work with Disney. No brainer, right? Of course, I was making little to no money on YouTube, so what does it hurt if they take a cut of nothing, and instead I get a bunch of cool music and resources to use to make better videos? No brainer. I made the decision. I ended up going to Disney World with the Maker Site Creator Conference. Full circle into current. Last December, some of you who watched my videos regularly saw we did a bunch of like travel vlogs and stuff like that from Arizona. We went to Arizona, went to the Grand Canyon, we stayed in a cozy cone. Now that was all part of a project for Maker called Disney XD by Maker. Now what they did is they funded a bunch of creators to go out and make videos based on a pitch. So I created a pitch video about a travel show from a kid's perspective. And I sent that into Maker, and Maker said, yes, we think that's a great idea. Here is a amount of monies. go make the video that you told us in your pitch video. So I made the video, right? I've been sitting on it. Maker's had it for a few months. And just recently I heard from Maker and they said, we like your video a whole lot and we want to feature it as part of our promotion and overall campaign for the Disney XD by Maker thing. So, woohoo! Awesome, right? Cool. It's going to be on a playlist on YouTube with a bunch of other awesome creators. Good stuff. Then, about a week later, I get another email saying, oh, also, it's going to be on Watch Disney XD and the Disney XD online platform. What? Are you kidding me? Like, that's insane. That's nuts. So next week, next Friday, it goes live. Friday the March 31st, I believe at 8 a.m. For sure the YouTube link goes live, but go to Watch Disney XD. If you don't have the app, download the Watch Disney XD app or go online to watchdisneyxd.com. Log in with your cable provider and watch our show. It's called Travelsized Adventures. It's not a professional show. It was just me and this camera I'm talking to now, editing and doing it all myself. So it's not professional, but it is, I think it was pretty good for an amateur making a TV show. I think it came out pretty good. It's about five and a half minutes long. And you guys have seen some of the footage, a little bit of it already, but I need your help. I need your help really bad. I want you guys to go and download the app, watch Disney XD if you don't already have it, or watch the actual show on watchdisneyxd.com. And the reason I say go online is so they can track how many people are viewing it. Go to the YouTube video. There will be on my channel. It pops that same day. It's going to be part of a playlist. But watch the heck out of that video a billion times. Comment like crazy. Thumbs up if you like it, please. But what I want to do is I want people to reach out to Disney XD's Twitter, I believe it's at Disney XD. If you like what you see and you want to see more of that TV show, you want us to travel the country and see our perspective of the great United States in a funny travel show, I need you to tweet at Maker Studios and also at Disney XD. Tweet them and tell them you want to see more Travelsized Adventures because it will help me out a lot. It'll help me realizing a dream that is already kind of happening sort of slowly. Like the fact that I have anything on any type of Disney Channel is just insane. I was telling my kids the other day that like when I was little, when I was like 8 or 9, I would sit there and watch Nickelodeon and Disney Channel and like think like, oh, I want to be on that show. I want to be on here. It was seriously a like childhood dream to be working on the Disney Channel, and like here I am. I'm sure it's like way later. I'm not a kid anymore, though I act like it. That's just like, that's seriously childhood dream coming true next Friday morning. So I want you guys to be a part of that. If you can help me, if you have the time, tweet at Disney XD and at Maker Studios. Anything else, I'll be putting links and stuff if I can find them. But tweet at them, tell them you want more Travelsized Adventures, and maybe, just maybe, they'll decide to give us a, another run and maybe create something really cool with your guys' help. Guys, that's it. I've had a really cool, awesome 2 years. I was thinking maybe I should end this video with a react. You guys want to watch my very first video with me? I haven't watched it in a long time, but I can promise you it's bad. So you guys want to watch? This is going to be terrible. All right, let's do it. Alright guys, so my very first YouTube video was a shoe painting video, of course, and it was a speed painting that I'd done of a pair of Frozen shoes, so it's got Anna and Elsa on it, and it was my very first video, so let's do this. You ready? Oh, I haven't heard this song in a long time. So I made this song on like Logic, just with my guitar, like just stupid ska song. I wanted a lot of ska music. So I used that in a bunch of my footage. Look at the old logo.
Welcome to my first ever YouTube video.
What is up with that voice?
This is the first of what hopefully be many other videos.
Listen to that. Oh my.
Paint, learn about the different kinds of things that I do, different art projects. Find out what supplies I use. And
so I used a microphone called a Yeti, and it does make me sound a little like more mellow.
Comments down below. I'm gonna step back for a bit and let you guys.
But you could tell how like
enjoy the show.
Afraid of the camera or afraid of my own voice I was. Don't worry, I still get a little like nervous. Like you have to make sure no one can hear me when I record. Like don't let me on. But that's pretty hilarious. Like, oh, look at all the different angles I used. I just did a shoe painting video recently, and I did one angle. I just kept it simple. But look at this. I did a bunch of different angles. I've got an annotation on my screen. I don't know what it says. It just says click to. Interesting. Oh, click to subscribe. Yeah. Oh, you like that subscribe hidden in the background? I don't know if you had noticed, but I do that a lot. I actually hide little subscribe buttons in the background just to see what happens. But so, okay, so I like the metal version of Let It Go going on. I couldn't use the real song because, you know, Disney would have been like, no, you can't use it. So I found a metal cover, and I asked the guy if I could use it. He's like, yeah, go for it. So, metal! My first video had metal music! This is ridiculous. This is really slow, though. This is, I feel like, my newer videos, if it was going to be shoe painting, I would do it a lot quicker. This is kind of cool, though, seeing this old pair getting painted. But this is hours. This is like, I did this on my iPhone. This wasn't with a DSLR camera or anything. This was done on an iPhone. There's an iPhone in the background, but I had another one, a current one that I was using, and I'd set it up on a little Joby tripod, and I was using that to kind of film everything. So I'm like crunched in, trying to paint this with this like phone right up in my biz, and that's why it's such like a weird, very, very close angle. There it is, like my hand's like right there up next to the phone, trying not to knock it over. And I think that might be why there's so many different angles, is because, oh look, I was still using paint socks. Nice. I still use them to this day. I don't know why, but I have white socks, or I get a hold of white socks, and I don't wear white socks. I haven't worn white socks, little Dano trivia, but I haven't worn white socks since like 2002 or 3. Something clicked one day, and I'm like, no more white socks. I don't like them at all. So black socks only. But either way, so I had some white socks, like clean, brand new ones, that I think someone gave me or something like that. I don't remember. Someone's like, have some socks. Like, yeah, great, you're a good friend. Thanks, Mom. But I decided to use these socks to stuff the shoes, and they ended up getting like dirty or paint on them from when I was painting the edges, so I decided to make them paint socks, and I used them to kind of wipe off my brush. So check this out, I took the little, the glow cube from the Disney drink, and I put it in the background with some tissue paper in the freezer because, you know, frozen. Actually, I did it because it was the only like box area that I had, but still, I actually put the frozen shoes in the freezer, and I used the cool light thing, and that's what I did when I took the promo pictures. There they are, the promo
guys,
pictures.
That just about wraps up my very first YouTube
that
video.
voice again.
I'm going to end it here with a couple pictures of the final result.
Okay.
If you like what you saw, be sure to let me know down below. Let me know if I should be making more of these videos. There's something else you want to see. If you've seen any of my
I feel like I
different
sound so scared.
designs, maybe you want to see me do a video on one of those. Be sure to let me know down below. You can find me online on Twitter and Instagram
Do I sound like that
at
still?
Dano Flores. And if you liked this song, it's a cool metal cover by 331 E-Rock here
go.
on YouTube. And until next time, let the trolling begin.
Let the trolling begin. So, little backstory behind the let the trolling begin thing. I thought that I wanted to have like a cool sign-off at the end of all my videos. I was like, I should have a cool sign-off thing, like Tim Tracker has. Now it's time to pay the price. You know, there's like, sometimes people have little sign-offs at the end of their videos, and since it was my first one, I thought that you had to. I was like, I gotta have a sign-off. So I decided to make it be let the trolling begin, because, you know, there's trolls. I'm like a dude painting princesses on shoes, so I figured there would be trolls. There really wasn't anyone other than Disney lovers who ended up finding that video, which is great for me. And I actually really haven't had a whole lot of trolls, but that's what that was for. I was like, oh, let's nip the trolling in the bud here and just let it begin. Let's embrace the trolling. But here's the thing, 2 years later, I still don't have a sign-off, other than I'll see you in the next video. So, do you guys think I should have a sign-off? If you have a good idea for a sign-off at the end of the video, something I should say every time, and you want to be part of Dano Channel history, comment with it down below, because if it's good and I really, really like it, I will use it. Or maybe I could use a different one every video based on what you guys leave. I don't know. You decide. Leave it down in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much. It has been an awesome 2 years. I love having you here. There's new faces showing up every day. Literally every day I wake up and check the stats, and there are new subscribers all the time. So welcome, comment, talk to me, ask me questions. We're here. This is a thing. It's not just me, it's all of us. So welcome. Guys, it's been an awesome 2 years, and here's to many, many more. Love you guys. And I guess I'll see you in the next video until you guys come up with something better.